Hey BCBs! Welcome back to day 17 of our 30 days of healthy eating and living. I'm Zhang and we have a special guest today, Miss Erisi! Hello! It's Soup Tuesday and I thought this soup was passed down to me by my mom, and since Erisi is not sleeping or napping, and I think she's teething, I am going to teach her how to make this dish. It's called BUN RIEU, which is a Vietnamese tomato / crab vermicelli soup that's super underrated. This is actually my favorite Vietnamese soup, so I'm so excited to share it with you and Erisi. Be sure to hit that subscribe button below if you want to see the rest of our 30 days of healthy eating and living series, and give me a thumbs up if you want to see more Vietnamese soup videos. And we'll go ahead and get started. Now, before I start, I do have to say that this recipe has been adapted to be accessible to everyone. It's not the most authentic recipe, but it tastes amazing. There's a lot of other super authentic recipes on YouTube, so if you guys want to see how those are made, be sure to check them out. But this one takes probably half an hour to make, and it's delicious. So to make my roux, or the meat component of this, I'm gonna start off with 3 eggs, add it to the bowl. Erisi, this is an egg. These are eggshells. Yum, yum. And the most important part of this whole mixture is this spicy crab paste right here. This is called BUN RIEU seasoning. And you can find it at any Asian market. It comes in many different forms. It comes in like a tin can or a jar like this, but I like this one. My mom actually brought this down to me from San Jose, so I still have it and I'm gonna use it. You only need about 100 grams of this. We used half of it in the last time we made BUN RIEU, so I have the other half, which is perfect for this recipe. So this spicy crab seasoning already has tamarind, soy sauce, tomato paste. It's already seasoned for you, so you don't have to do much to the mixture to season it. I'll go ahead and whisk it up with the eggs. And then I'll add 1.5 cups of crab. This is just canned crab that I got from Trader Joe's. It comes in a can like this in the refrigerated section, and it's pretty good, you guys. You get a lot of lump, like crab meat. I really like this one. If you don't want to use crab in this, you can totally leave it out, or you can sub with shrimp. Next, I'll add 1/4 pound of ground pork, one clove of minced garlic, a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, and I'll just mix it all up. So this is the roux in our BUN RIEU. Can you say BUN RIEU? It smells yummy, huh? This looks perfect, and now I'm gonna set it aside and start working on our soup broth. Yay! First, I'll start with some annatto seed oil. All I did was steep the annatto seed with about 2 tablespoons of oil and just fried it up for maybe 3 to 4 minutes so it extracts all of the flavor and color. It has a beautiful red hue like this. Now I'll add about 1 tablespoon of the annatto seed oil. Make sure you don't use any of the annatto seed and you just get the oil, because it doesn't really taste that good. I'll let the oil get hot. Then I'll add 1 clove of minced garlic, 1/4 cup of chopped onions. Stir fry it for about a minute. And then I'll add in 3 Roma tomatoes, already chopped up. Erisi, these are tomatoes. Tomatoes. I gave Erisi some tomatoes the other day and she loves it. You want one? You want one? You want to play with one? Okay, here. I'll cook it for about 3 minutes until the tomatoes get soft. And then I'll add 6 cups of chicken broth into the pot. I'll let it come to a boil and then I'll season the broth and add our rieu in. So as you can see, the broth has started kind of bubbling and the tomatoes have floated to the top. The annatto seed gave it that beautiful red color that's a signature to this dish. So once it comes to like a rapid boil, I'm gonna add the rieu in and then I'll season it with a little bit of fish sauce and sugar. Now I get so many questions about what brand of fish sauce to buy, and really I only recommend 2 brands. Yeah. I grew up with this one. It's the 3 Crabs brand and it has that signature pink label. They sell this at all Asian groceries, but recently I've come to really love Red Boat, which you can find at any regular grocery store. I got this one at Whole Foods and it just tastes really good. See, I'm almost done with it. If you don't have fish sauce, you can totally just substitute it with salt. Our broth is rapidly boiling and that's exactly how I want it to look before adding the rieu, because this will help kind of bubble up our rieu. I need to figure out a way to call this our crab mixture. Ersi, magic's about to happen. Ready? Ready? Now I'll just plop in the crab mixture a heaping spoonful at a time. It'll float back up. I'll give it a quick stir and then we'll season it. So our crab and egg mixture has floated to the top and that's exactly how you want it to look. Isn't it beautiful, baby? Look, Ersi, bubbles. It's hot though, okay? So don't touch it. All right, so we'll give it a quick taste. Definitely needs a little seasoning. I'll add half a teaspoon of sugar. This really balances out the broth. And just 1 teaspoon of fish sauce. All right, Ersi is gonna say goodnight now. She was making pterodactyl sounds, which is her cue for Mom, I'm over it. Are you over it? Mwah. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, let's go. I'll be right back and we'll finish this up. Last step, you guys, last step. I'm gonna add fried tofu in here. Now, this is typically how they would serve it. They also serve it with pork's blood, but I can't go there. But if you don't want to use fried tofu, you can just use regular cubed tofu. This one, I just went with the more traditional route. Just add it to the broth, give it a mix. And we're finally ready to serve. All right, guys, to serve it, I already have some rice noodles in the bowl. I'm using thin vermicelli, also called bún rieu, right here. And traditionally, they would serve it with this onion and cilantro mixture. I'll just garnish a little bit on top of the bún, and then I'll scoop the broth into the bowl. Get all the good stuff. Some extra broth. That looks good. And now I want to show you all the herb accoutrements. Here I just have some green lettuce that I've chopped up. And then we have bean sprouts. And then this one right here is called water spinach or Roux or anchois, which is, this still brings me nightmares. I remember when I was growing up, my dad would make me sit there for hours and shred these things. But I shredded a little bit for you guys, just using a paring knife and just shredding it through. We used to have this cool little tool that's like a star and you just kind of push it through the stalks, but I don't have that, so I just shredded it by hand. And then you dunk it in cold water, super cold water, to give it these curly cues. They're really pretty. When I go to Vietnamese restaurants, I really appreciate when I see these because I know how much work it takes to shred these guys. Anyways, and then I just have some mint because I just think it adds a lot of freshness to any Vietnamese food, and some limes. And this is some shrimp paste. You just need to add a little tiny bit to the soup. It just adds a lot of depth. And then some chili sauce if you want it spicy. Let's see, for me, I like to definitely add these guys. Some bean sprouts, some lettuce, mint, and lime. All right, now we're gonna try it. Mix everything up. I got everything in this little spoon right here. Tastes like home. So good, you guys. I have to say, I'm so glad that I personally know how to make this now too, because when I first moved to LA, I was craving Vietnamese food like crazy, and I ordered BUN RIEU from 2 places and they were pretty disappointing. I haven't found a really good Vietnamese restaurant here yet, so if you guys have any suggestions on where I should go or try, I would love to know. But this was so easy to make at home, and you can share it with your whole family. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Comment below and let me know if you've ever had BUN RIEU before and if it looks interesting to you. And thank you, Aracee, for joining me. I hope you guys don't mind that she occasionally comes on to the video, because sometimes she doesn't like to sleep anymore. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow for another weeknight meal, healthy weeknight meal for day 18. Bye, guys!